pledge, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Bilberry, would you lead us in a word of prayer?
Father, we come to you this morning. We thank you for your grace and your mercy. We just ask for wisdom today as we make decisions here for the county, and we just ask you to be with all our first responders and all the folks that put their lives on the line every day. And we thank you for the citizens of this county and this great state and this great country, Lord, that are trying to seek your voice and hear what we need to do. We just ask all this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Miss Cindy Fuller, do we have a quorum?
Good morning, Mr. Chairman. Yes, you do.
Thank you. Approval of minutes. Anybody have any changes or?
No.
And
Mr.
I think
Chair.
we have 3 that we need
We
to
have-
approve. Ms. Cinder? Ms. Cinda? Cindy, excuse me. What are the dates on all 3 of those?
Yes.
October 21st, October 26th, and November 9th.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, I move approval of minutes for October 21st, October 26th, and November 9th.
Second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Dana and a second by Commissioner Zell to approve the minutes from our regular county commission meeting on October 21st, our special meeting on October 26th, which was our joint meeting with the city of Roswell, and then our November 9th meeting where we canvassed and had a redistricting workshop. Any further questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Passes unanimously. All right, real quick, we're going to start out like we usually do with some presentations. And if we could, if we can kind of keep our presentations from the Main Street Roswell, you guys will go first, and then we'll have the chamber with Ms. Juliana Halverson will be with Main Street Roswell, and then we'll have Ms. Andrea Moore with the Chamber of Commerce, and Mike Espiritu with the Economic Development. So, Ms. Juliana, if you guys want to come on up and kind of tell us what you guys got going on with Main Street Roswell.
Thank you. I'm Juliana Halverson, President of Main Street Roswell, and I'm here with some of my board members, my officers and stuff. We want to thank the county for all their support they give us throughout the year, anytime we have an event. So I'm going to read a letter that we're handing out and also an ornament that we're handing out. So the key to Main Street Roswell's success is the support of the local community and our partners. Chaves County has supported our organization for many years. You have provided the use of the Chaves County Courthouse for over 20 years for events such as the Chili Cheese Festival, Farmers Market, UFO Festival, and more. The courthouse provides the Roswell community with a beautiful, shady location for events that help Main Street Roswell promote the downtown merchants and our district. Main Street Roswell's board consists entirely of volunteers. We all share the same passion for making Roswell and Chaves County better. Our mission is to build upon Roswell's historical past by creating a sustainable, cooperative, dynamic downtown district. With the support from Chaves County, our efforts to complete our mission are achievable. As a token of our appreciation, please accept this beautiful metallic ornament of the Chaves County Courthouse. This extraordinary masterpiece of architecture and design was completed in time for New Mexico statehood and is the most outstanding courthouse in New Mexico. This structure is a highlight of our downtown Roswell, and we are proud to have commissioned this ornament for Main Street Roswell. So we're selling these as a fundraiser, but we wanted to make sure each one of you received one. On top of that, we would like to present Mr. Bill Williams, if you could come down here, please, with this framed picture print of the courthouse. And it's framed inside one of the windows from the courthouse that you guys auctioned off.
Oh, that is awesome.
There you go.
That's beautiful.
That's beautiful.
So. And here, if you could hand this to him, that's the other half of the, so, oh, here we go, I give him his letter of authenticity. Here's your authenticity. Well, it weighs so much, we did the French cleat to help hold it up, so. Yeah.
All right. That's so cool. Thank you all. Thank you. That's a neat idea. I love it.
Do you have any questions? I'm open to answer any, or we,
I love the ornaments. I bought mine at the farmer's
thank you. And we
market.
do have some that are
Yes.
gold, too. These ones are the
Yes.
antiqued ones. We have some that are gold,
They're
and
so
we are
pretty.
selling them on our website and everything as a fundraiser, because
That's cool.
it's just a beautiful, building, and we wanted to
Yes.
highlight it, so, thank you.
Juliana, before you go real quick, I'd like to give you $100 for all the ornaments that you guys just gave us. And we really appreciate everything you do for Chaves County and everything. So here's $100 for those ornaments. Thank you guys so much. All right, Miss Andrea Moore, come on down. You're already
Good
here.
morning, Commissioners. So at the Roswell Chamber of Commerce, in the last 30 to 45 days, we've cranked out 2 more issues of Roswell Now magazine. The October or fall issue should have been hitting everybody's mailboxes all over town. I've seen a stack at the post office that we're grabbing as people are not taking them home from the post office boxes, so we can distribute those elsewhere around the community. And then we had also partnered with Jacob Roebuck and the Christmas Railway. So our holiday issue kind of morphed into the program for the railway. So that way, it'll have all of their information and all of the wonderful things that are going on with the railway. And that should be coming out next week as they start doing the Christmas Railway right after Thanksgiving. So be looking for that as well. And we are in the process of outlining our calendar for next year for the magazine, so that way we've learned a lot in this first year of the magazine, so now we can start to streamline and use the data we've collected on making sure that, some people don't get 5 or 6 copies. We can distribute those extra copies where they need to go, because we have heard some people are getting many, others are getting 0. So we want to make sure we're scrubbing our list appropriately and getting everybody disseminated. Our membership is holding steady. We're not seeing a huge drop or a huge increase, but we're staying steady. So I'm happy for that, especially going into the holiday season when people are, obviously wanting to buy Christmas gifts and turkeys for next week. So we don't fault them on that. Other than that, we're just working with the community, trying, building new relationships, solidifying our old relationships, and just continually looking for ways that we can help the community and our businesses. And with that, I stand for any questions.
Commissioners, any questions or thoughts for Ms. Moore?
No, I have, Mr. Chairman, I haven't gotten all the way through this one yet. I'm still stuck on the first article. It's so good. I want to get it read so I can send it to family so they can read about it too. It's really a good magazine. I like it.
We're
Thank
excited.
you.
With Madeline Jones coming on as our new editor for the magazine, she, since that's her wheelhouse, that's what her degree is in, she is just so eager to help and do stuff that she's even, okay, we're done with the magazine for now. We've got a little bit of a respite. What else can I do? And she's asking, can I take over this? Can I take over that? And of course, Kyle, Liz, and I are like, yeah, absolutely. Let's see how the 4 of us can work and help streamline all of this, so that way we can go and be the best that I know we can be.
I think it's wonderful. It's great information, great history. It's just, highlighting what's good in Roswell and Chaves County, and I like that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Awesome. No, thank you. Appreciate everything you're doing. We've got a month and however many days left in 2021 and looking forward to 2022. And
Absolutely.
I know you guys have a bunch of things kind of coming and should be a good 2022 for Chaves County. So
Absolutely.
really appreciate all the hard work you guys are doing
Well,
for us.
thank
So,
you.
yeah.
We want to bring back some of our old events as well. We're working on bringing back the Ag Breakfast in March, so we're working on solidifying a guest speaker. So things like that. We're looking into possibly bringing the balloon rally back next year, but of course, these are all things that we're just going to do little by little because we're not going to take on too much. I've learned from looking at the past, take on small things a little at a time, do them the best that you can, and then you can always bring other things in.
Awesome. Can I make a suggestion for
Absolutely.
speaker for the Ag Breakfast? If you can get Mike Rowe to come in and talk to us, I think he would.
We're actually working on that. We've been in discussions with his manager, so we're hoping to do that.
Awesome. Yeah, he'd be awesome. So, I mean, you guys have always had awesome speakers, but where we're at today, I think he would be
I totally agree.
spot on. So, anyway, thank you again for everything. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. All right, thank you.
Yeah. All right. Mikey,
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. Just a few things. I know you have a busy agenda today. As you continue to see, as we all continue to see the help wanted signs throughout our communities, it's a topic of discussion among consultants, among econ developers across our land. And here in Chaves County and Roswell, what we did, as you know, we held a couple of job fairs. In fact, we held our third event, which was a hiring event, we called it, and that was an event where we asked employers to be ready to hire people on the spot. And the difference from that event from the previous two was the employers felt that the candidates were better equipped, more equipped to actually go to work. So they saw a difference in attitudes from the people that were seeking work. So we're very pleased by that and hopeful that they'll continue to find some work. One of the things that we did too in prepare for that hiring event was how do we help employers? Because oftentimes we always talk about the employees and what's happening with the workforce, but we forget sometimes about those employers and the challenges they face. We partnered with the Department of Workforce Solutions Academic Sector. He was down here in Roswell in October, end of October. We held an employer workshop, and we had about 50 or so employers there, which was good. And they spent some time, and at the time with those employers, but more importantly, they gave them some more tools and resources they didn't know they had, including access to funding that they didn't know they had. So we felt that was very useful. The hiring event was successful. There was over 150 jobs. I'm sure there's a lot more than that out there in our county. We are still calling folks that were there to see how well they did as far as hiring. A number of people were hired, and some employers are on spot. When I spoke with them as they were leaving, they mentioned that they had hired some people or had some great hopefuls. So that's a really good sign. As you know, we also have a facade grant, and that works. It used to be just Main Street businesses, but as you know, at DVC, we expanded that throughout the county, not just Main Street, Roswell. We just awarded a grant already this year to JNS Holdings. JNS Holdings actually owns the building on 2nd and Main, and used to have the piano keys on top of the building, if you recall, driving by, and those have been removed. But they are working towards renovating the outside of that to help the appearance of our community. Pretty excited about that. We've been working on a micro, if you will. I don't know if that's really micro, but it's a revolving loan fund to help our local business people throughout our county. We have $150,000 that we've set aside for that we received from the city of Roswell. We are working through the phases, creating the applications, but it'll be an opportunity for businesses to obtain a low-interest loan with us, and hopefully get their businesses back in shape or get them moving forward. So we already have 3 possible clients already that want to pursue that, so we're pretty pleased with how that's moving. As you know, we testify with every job training incentive program, or JTIP, incentive requests with the state of New Mexico at their monthly board hearings when we have a project. And as you know, in our testification with those companies, we have seen every one of them be successful because of the great work and relationship we have with the State Economic Development Department. Recently, Pecos Valley Productions, you probably saw that in the newspaper. They were awarded $202,646 for 19 new trainees. They're growing. If you've ever been out there or if you would like to go out there, we can certainly help arrange a visit. But it's I understand, I haven't seen it lately, but I understand it's quite breathtaking as far as what they're actually doing out there as far as infrastructure and the number of employees. So that business model is going to continue to expand, and it's in our county, and we are happy that they're being successful in putting people to work, more importantly. We received word with our great partnership again with the state, and Susie Russell's here with the State Economic Development Department, that we've been working with Cattlemen's Pride, and I think Mr. Chairman, Commissioner Zell, we talked about that months ago, and now we're at the point that they preliminarily being approved for $175,000 in LEDA funds that we hope to move forward with your action in the near future. So help the Old Nature's Dairy out on South Main to renovate that building and help pay for that infrastructure. So we're pretty excited about them moving forward. They won't slaughter; they're just going to process. Kind of like Stampede Meat does with Las Cruces, but they'll be working with USA Beef. So I think that's a really great partnership. We are continuing to visit local businesses throughout our county. We have a target of 40 businesses we visit every month, and we are close to that, if not exceeding that every month. And the reason I share that with you and why that's important is because it's called business retention and expansion, and how do we help people that have already invested in our communities, invested out of their own private equity and personal finances to not only create an opportunity but also help grow jobs. And the reason we visit those folks is to see what else they may need so they can grow and expand and hopefully stay in business and maybe grow more jobs. Share with you the results of the meetings this past month is something you've been hearing on the news like all of us have, and that is the supply chain problems throughout our country, and our local merchants are seeing that as well. Lastly, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, we've been involved with the COG, Council of Governments here locally, and you know they serve this entire region. They've been on this planning committee for resiliency, for recovery actions on not only post-COVID but also any other type of actions that may impact our communities in our state, and more importantly in southeast New Mexico. We host an event at the EDC. We had a number of folks there, and they have another event next Monday, and they'll bring in the communities from, and that was just for Chaves County. Now next Monday they're bringing all the counties together involved in their region, and it'll be at the university. I don't know if you've seen the invitation or would like to see that, but Bill, I'll send that to you. Make sure you get that. If you have time for that, that'd be great. Other than that, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, happy Thanksgiving next week. Thank you again for your partnership, your thoughtfulness in moving our county forward, and how we can continue to be truly partners and together to help grow this wonderful place we call home. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. Stand for questions.
Commissioners, any questions for Mike? Mike, I have just one, and you talked about the workforce solutions. Have they pretty much gotten the stuff they had that was just blown up back 6 months ago, a year ago, where they were sending out things for people for unemployment? And I mean, I had received a deal where they had me as an unemployed person, so I finally got that through our HR's office to get me where I wasn't receiving all this stuff and receiving debit cards because I was supposedly unemployed. Have they gotten that under control? Because I think Mr. McCamley was in charge, and then he left, and there was quite a deal. I don't know, but I hope that it's under control at this particular stage. Do you have any knowledge of that?
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, I don't, but I'll find out for you. I'll find out. The new secretary who was here in Roswell at our employee workshop, Ricky Serna, who was the deputy, will give his office a call and find out what's the latest on that. I'm hopeful they are, but I'll find out. Don't know.
I would hope so. Okay. All right. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right. As Ms. Glenna is passing out maps to county commissioners, we're going to go into our first item on the agenda, which is a hearing. Before we make a decision on our redistricting plan for Chaves County for the next 10 years. So with that, I'm going to open the floor to anybody in the audience who'd like to come to the podium and opine on the maps that we have available that we're fixing to make a decision on. We have maps A, B, C, D, and E that have been posted out in the rotunda. They've been online. Everybody's had an opportunity to look at them. We do have our demographer in the audience, so when we do get to questions, commissioners, Senator Adair can answer any questions that we might have. I think we have some good ones. I know I had kind of talked about B at our workshop, but that's as Senator Adair said, is the perfect plan, but chops up a lot of our precincts, which is not really what you want to do when you're doing this. So anyway, with that being said, if there's anybody in the audience who would like to come to the podium and state their opinion on one map or the other, if you do want to come up, please come up and state your name and address for the record. Oh my gosh.
A guest appearance. This is the first time you've been in the building and
That we know of.
We got problems.
You're supposed to have a fishing rod over your shoulder.
Well, I wish I did.
All right.
I'd rather be there than here. I mean, I know that's surprising. Actually, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, I ran into Commissioner Bilberry, and he asked me,
So, former county clerk, if you
Yes,
would,
sir.
please state your name and address for the record,
Oh,
because
yeah,
we know who you
no,
are.
This is the first time I've been up here, so I didn't know that.
You're in disguise, by the way, so.
Dave Kunko, Chaves County Clerk, 507 North Washington. I used to be former Chaves County Clerk.
Thank you.
I was so used to saying that, I just kind of threw that in there. I ran into Commissioner Bilberry and the county manager out in the rotunda. I was taking a look at the maps. I've been involved in a lot of these. And the good thing that I can say is I never sat there, and so I never had to make the final decision. So it's easier for me to be up here talking about this. But it's one of the toughest decisions y'all will make, because it not only affects you now, it affects commissioners to come and the people of Chaves County. So there's, and you guys know this better than most, that it's impossible to make everybody happy. It's amazing, I'm sure, how many people have approached you during this process saying, do this, don't do that, do this, don't do that, because if you do this, I can't run, or we can't run so-and-so, or whatever. You know, I'd ask that you ignore most of that. And you've been presented some really great plans. Some meet, they all meet the criteria. Some meet the criteria better than others. And I'd ask you to pick the plan that best meets that criteria, that you make the most of the people happy. I mean, you're not going to make them all. There's going to be, why'd you pick that plan? That was dumb, because, we can't do this, we can't do that. Well, I, like many of you, ran for office because I felt that I could do the best job in that position for the people of Chaves County. Remember that some of these people may be running for the wrong reasons. I just thought I'd let you know that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dave.
Thanks, Dave. Well, don't just sit there. Come on up and state your name and address for the record. And I'll just, real quick, to one of the points, and I don't know about the other commissioners, but Dave, I really have not had anybody call me and state one way or the other, which is really very surprising, shocking, but that's me. I can't speak for the other commissioners, and I'm not going to ask them to make any statements that I've made, but I personally have not had those calls, which interestingly, I'm surprised at that. So, all right.
You're about to get one.
Yeah.
Commissioners, Chairman, Rita Kane Dorhofer, very narrow, unstriped Mark Road. This is a long process. I have been here for the workshops. I've studied the maps. The contract was exceptionally written. We obviously have somebody who knows what he's doing to write the contract. Mr. Adair and I have had our differences. I won't tell you that he's a White Sox fan, but you can imagine what type of differences. But he has worked diligently to make everything fair. He has not gerrymandered anything. And I think that we need to acknowledge the people who put in the work behind the scenes. Everybody sees you up there, and you're going to have to make some tough decisions, whether I like Plan B best or not. I know that I can contact each and every commissioner, but we need to remember Stan and Rod, who've worked very, very hard. Not that you haven't, but they are behind the scenes. That's all I have to say. Thank you. B.
Thank you. Anybody else? Anybody else who has an opinion on one of these maps or anything else about the process? Going once. Anybody out there in Facebook that's on board that wants to make any comments? All right. Thank you, Alfredo. Going twice. You look like you have something you want to say about this. And just teasing you. Okay. All right. We're going to close that, and we're going to go to discussion with commissioners to make a decision. And once again, Senator Adair is sitting in the audience, and I think if we have any questions, since he is the person who's put these plans together, he's open for any questions from any of the commissioners. And by the way, Stan and Rod, thank you for the hard work you guys have done on this. Rita was spot on and very, very well done, and good options for us to look at. And even though, unfortunately, B is the perfect plan, and it could happen. I don't know. So, all right, commissioners.
Mr. Chairman, our perfect plan, Bravo.
Yes, sir.
How many precincts would that split?
Senator? There'd be a lot of splitting. Yeah, I think if we went with Plan B, Ms. Fuller would probably have to call in some extra forces to help her out with that, but she'll get it done. She already told us that at the workshop. So,
Mr. Chairman, in order to expedite this process, I move we eliminate Plan Bravo.
Second, Mr. Chairman.
I have a motion motion by Commissioner Zell and a second by Commissioner Dana to withdraw Plan B from the options of redistricting. Any questions or discussion on that? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Passes unanimously. Sorry, Miss Rita. All right, we're down to plans A, C, D, and E. Any questions or discussions on any one of those maps, or?
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Zell?
why was Echo not discussed at our public hearing?
That's a good question. I think that that after our workshop, there was some discussion with Commissioner Bill Berry and our demographer, and so I sat in on that meeting, and so that was another plan that was put together as an option for us, and it helps to clean up some of those numbers between districts 1 and 3, and bring them a little bit closer to the numbers. And so it was an option to go ahead and present to the commissioners along with the other 4.
Mr. Chairman, it looked like to me D would just take everything on the east side all the way down to the boot hill and down through the valley, and it was, it looked just to me, it was just not as equal as it needed to be as far as representation for those folks in the northeast side.
Mr. Chairman, is there precinct splits in D, Rod?
No, I think the only precinct splits
Or in B? Okay. I'm going off my notes, from the workshop. Okay.
Go ahead and finish, Commissioner
you.
Bill Berry, on what you were.
No, that's fine.
Oh, that's
Sorry.
it.
Okay.
Well then, Mr. Chairman, again, to expedite the process, I move we eliminate Plan Delta.
Second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Zell and a second by Commissioner Bill Berry to delete Plan D Delta from the options of redistricting. Any further questions or discussions on Plan D to delete? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. D is gone unanimously.
Mr. Chairman, Plan A looks like to me that it doesn't change a lot. I'd like to hear some of the other commissioners' thoughts on that. It doesn't change a lot as far as how the original, or how it is now.
What plan do we have up on the?
That's A on the screen
A is
now.
on the screen, that's what I was thinking.
But I'm not for sure about,
And I can go to any districts you need to
I'm not for
within
sure
that
about
plan.
that, exactly, but it looks like it doesn't change things a lot.
No, I don't think it does. Maybe a little bit here, a little bit there. I think it maybe changes District 4 a little bit, but other than that, it doesn't change things up a whole lot. Well, no,
Well-
I take that back. It does, it changes my current district up quite a bit. But
What does it do in town?
Yeah, and then I think that's
It
probably the
looks
biggest
very
part.
logical from 30,000 feet as
Yeah.
far as the
So-
1, 2, and 3.
So if we had a map up of what our current district looks like, that Abe takes mine and skinnies it and takes it straight down the middle of town. And then it brings District 4 up into the middle. So currently, if you have an idea of the boundaries that I have currently for District 5, Sycamore, Mescalero, Main Street are pretty much my north, east, and west boundaries, and then I come straight down to Hendricks. And so with that map, it kind of takes Commissioner Taylor's district and my district and kind of makes a puzzle piece to it, which I have no, I'm good with Plan A. I really don't have a problem with it. If we, well, we're talking about Plan A right now. Right.
Dick, what do you think about Plan A?
Well, I'm not too crazy about Plan A. I would make a motion to delete Plan A.
Is there a second to that?
One of Plans A and E, as I see it, it really changes District 2 from where it is, which is, District 2 is, or 4 rather, excuse me, District 4, which is in the center of the city and covers the least amount of physical area. But it's moving it quite a bit north and throwing the southern part of that district into 2. And of course, that has a big deviation then.
Commissioner Taylor has made a motion to delete A. Is there a second to that? Seeing no second, A stays on the possibilities. If you pull up the E map real quick, Bill. Sure. E almost as the districts look like 10 years ago, the EMAP really looks much like, in particular for myself and for Commissioner Bilberry's district, it looks much like it was from 2021 to 2011 when Commissioner Nybert was commissioner. And then at that point in time during then, Commissioners Eppers and Commissioner Wooten's district actually came around in Enchanted Hills and came into that area just as it is now, as my memory serves correct. So, I mean, I can speak to those two districts. I can't speak to 1, 4, and 2 as to what it looked like 10 years ago, but I can speak to 5 and 3 being pretty similar. And Stan, you've been doing this for a long time, and am I correct in what I'm saying?
Sure, I believe so.
Right.
It's been a long time, but we did make a lot of changes to the area where Commissioner Nybert has been.
Bill, you want to pull C up?
Yes.
There's A, C, and E seem to be on the plate at the moment.
What does C do in town?
Well, C's up there And I can't really, I mean, so currently with our, how we have our districts right now, I would tell you that my District 5 is probably the most urban county commission seat. I think that Commissioner Taylor's is probably right there along with mine currently. And I can't see the full, do you have a full map up there, Bill, that you can? So as C looks, it looks like that 1, 2, and 3 take up the largest landmass of Chavez County and puts 4 and 5 pretty much all of Roswell without seeing the two of them now. I haven't studied District 4 enough to see how much it goes out into the county. I'm going to assume that Commissioner Taylor has, since that's his district.
Well, again, and this may die for lack of a second too, because it has the highest deviation of the plans under consideration and because it was not available for our public hearing, I move we eliminate Plan E. Do we have a problem with acting on one that wasn't presented at the public hearing? That just kind of bothers me a little.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman.
Looks like we're trying to slip something in.
And I understand that, but no, you really don't, because you had a public hearing today that you could talk about Plan E if you wanted to, and it's been put out there and posted. But, yeah, it was done after the workshop, and that's one of the reasons you had this public hearing today, if somebody wanted to comment on it. So you can act on it if you choose.
Okay. But my motion stands. And dies.
Well, not necessarily, Colorado. But the more I look at this, and even Plan E, and Mr. Adair and I sat in there and looked at this, and he worked very hard. It's amazing what they can do. But still, it changes some demographics down in town that I see what you're looking at, and I've looked at it too. But I don't know that, I'm not sure we need to kick it out either, but.
How similar is Plan C to what we have right now? Is it that the closest to our current boundaries?
We probably should have done a map of our current.
Yeah, that's what it's
Rod, can you answer that off the top of your head?
I'm not sure how close that is to Plan C right here.
It's very close on
That
1,
is.
2, and 3.
Yeah,
I just
it
don't
is.
know what it does in town.
Yeah. Plan D changes 3 up quite a bit. I mean, it adds a lot further south, and then even down south, it changes it quite a bit. I know the numbers work out, what Rod showed it, they work out better, but it changes quite a bit. And as Will alluded to, the urban, or in the part of town, which maybe needs to be, I don't know. But anyway, I don't know what it takes away from who's already there. I'd like to hear what they had to say about C being pretty closest, what we've had before too.
Different colors.
Now, can you put it up there?
Can you hang it on that?
Yeah, hang it
The
there.
lines are the same, but the colors are different.
That's confusing.
This one has a little more detail as far as streets and stuff, so
Yeah.
if you had a question, maybe we should hang that one up. Let's hang,
That'd be better.
that's a little more definition if there's a question.
Yeah. Boy, it does take a lot of Commissioner Taylor's district out of the county, doesn't it? The Plan C does.
Yellow is purple there, right? This is C.
Sheriff Harrington, do you have any input on this?
Y'all have to patrol it all no matter what, huh?
Yeah.
Going after Duncan again, leaving it off the damn map.
Oh, yes.
If I look at the right page.
I guess, Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Taylor?
from what I understand, we could make a decision today, or we could actually postpone the decision to the December meeting if necessary, if we need more time.
That's correct, because we're passing this as a resolution, so we don't need additional time.
This has to be done by, before the end of the year.
December 31st, yeah.
So you are correct, Commissioner Taylor, we could table this until the December meeting.
Would it be possible to generate one of these pages for what we have currently?
Rod?
Okay.
Then I would ask our demographer to do that for us and get us the current map, one of these packets for the existing districts.
Okay.
And I move that we table the consideration of plans Alpha, Charlie, and Echo until the December meeting.
We have a motion by Commissioner Zell.
I'll second that.
I'll second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Zell and a second by Commissioner Bilberry to table plans Alpha, A, Charlie, C, and Echo, E, until our December meeting. And in the time being, if we can get the information from the current Chaves County Commission districts for the commissioners to look at, we would appreciate that. Any further questions or discussion or anything else you'd like from Rod? Anything else you guys would want for our December meeting? Seeing nothing else, but that there still could be something that comes up, but no further discussion or questions. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed, same sign. Passes unanimously. Thank you, commissioners. This is a very important decision that we make as commissioners, and so I think it is in our best interest to do our due diligence and make sure that we get it right.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, agenda item number 2 is for ordinance number O-109, an ordinance of Chaves County approving the project and authorizing the execution of an intergovernmental agreement and a project participation agreement for LEDA eligible expenditures in connection with the construction of an MRO facility in Chaves County. The ordinance, if approved, would allow Chaves County to enter into a project participation agreement, PPA, with Ascent Aviation Services for economic development. In addition, the ordinance authorizes the county to enter into an intergovernmental agreement with the State of New Mexico Economic Development Department. The project plan would include a maximum of $4 million in assistance be provided to Ascent Aviation Services. These funds would be available for lease payment abatement by the state. The project participation agreement sets forth milestones and requirements of Ascent Aviation Services to obtain the economic development funds. There's also a clawback provision in the PPA. The goal of this project is to create up to 354 new jobs in Chaves County. This is a public hearing, was properly advertised in the Roswell Daily Record, and we have both Mike Espiritu and Susie Russell representing the state LEDA for questions. I believe that Ms. Russell has a brief statement she'd like to make, if it's acceptable to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill. And this is a public hearing. Should we go ahead and let Susie make that statement before we do the public hearing, or? Let's go ahead and have you come to the podium and make your statement before we open it to the floor.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman and Commissioners. I'm happy to be here today on behalf of the state of New Mexico. I am the Economic Development State Regional Rep for Southeast New Mexico. And Ascend Aviation is one of our major projects. We're really excited about seeing this come along. I have some comments here on behalf of Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham and Economic Development Cabinet Secretary Alicia Keys. We are pleased to have a project that meets two of the governor's priorities: advancing quality jobs in aviation and aerospace, providing successful economic projects in rural New Mexico. With the combination of local government foresight and commitment to see the value of the Roswell Air Center and to actively participate in the building out of infrastructure with the help of capital outlay funding along with LEDA, it is great to see this project come to fruition. And I'm here for any questions you may have, and I'm excited to be part of this project. So thank you very much.
Thank you. You may get those questions here in a little bit, but
Okay.
Mike, do you want to make any comments before we go into opinions?
You got to stay away from Susie's germs.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, yes, thank you very much. You know, we've been working with this project for almost 2 years. It's a pretty significant event for Chaves County. I know each of you have been very actively involved, so thank you for that. The number of jobs looks great, nearly 360 over 5 years. The clawback provision, which the county manager, Bill Williams, mentioned, is important. If they don't meet those goals, then they don't receive the funding or have to pay back funding. So that's an important part of the agreement. The last thing I want to share with you is the impact in connection with the development of our workforce is pretty significant. Eastern New Mexico University, Roswell, our campus here in Chaves County, is fully engaged and on board to accelerate their AMT program. As you may or may not know, the EDC has been very active in promoting that program to increase more FAA-certified A&P mechanics to support companies like Ascend Aviation. We are encouraged by Ascend's already presence here in Chaves County to accelerate also apprenticeship programs and other opportunities for the young people and older folks that live here in our county. That's important. They have already been here at our hiring event. They've already been hiring folks starting early next year, and we are very eager and anxious and hopeful that this project continues on to help create the great benefit for Chaves County. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners.
Thank you, Mike. Okay, so this is a public hearing, and so if, at this time, if there is anybody in the audience that is in favor of ordinance number O-109, please come to the podium and state your name and address and tell us what you think that you're in favor for this LEDA money. Anybody in the audience in favor? Anybody out online that's in favor wants to speak? Going once, going twice. All right. Anybody in the audience who is in opposition of ordinance number O-109? Anybody in the audience that is in opposition to it? Alfredo, anybody out there online that's in opposition to this? Going once, going twice. All right. Commissioners, questions, discussions for Mike or Ms. Susie, or any discussion on this?
This is what we've been working for.
Yes, it is.
Mr. Chair, I move approval of ordinance number O-109, approving the project and authorizing the execution of an intergovernmental agreement and the project participation agreement for LEDA eligible expenditures.
Second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Zell and a second by Commissioner Taylor to approve Agenda Item 2 and pass the ordinance number O-109, which is an ordinance of Chaves County approving the project and authorizing the execution of an intergovernmental agreement and a project participation agreement for LEDA eligible expenditures in connection with the construction of an MRO facility in Chaves County. Any other questions or discussions on this? This is big. Really appreciate all the hard work you guys have done. Seeing no further questions or discussion on this, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Passes unanimously. Great job, guys. Thank you very much. Stan, real quick, on agenda items 3 and 4, can we do those together since they're basically in the same neighborhood since this is a hearing?
Mr. Chairman, yes, you can. You just have to have a hearing. You can have one hearing for both items.
Okay. For both 3 and 4?
Yes, you definitely can do 3 and 4.
All right, that's why I'm asking since it is a hearing. Go ahead, Bill, or Louis.
Louis.
Good morning, Chairman, Commissioners. Before us is case SD 2021-2 and 3. It's a vacation of a 20-foot alley, 3 20-foot alleyways. They are 605 feet long. They are located in tracks, between tracks A and B of blocks 2, 3, and 4 of the Camino del Pina subdivision. Mr. and Mrs. Holloway, Mrs. Abbs, and Mrs. McIntosh are the only contiguous property owners along these alleys. The alleys are undeveloped and were dedicated and accepted by the Board of Chaves County Commissioners in 1960 with the original filing of that subdivision. A 5-foot phone easement was also dedicated in the same subdivision plat and is located west of the alley, not within it, and within Track A. This easement will remain available to the local phone company and should remain open and undeveloped for possible future service lines. Again, the alleys are vacant of all utilities. Xcel Energy, Berendo Co-op, Gas Company of New Mexico, and the Chaves County Road Department have agreed to the abandonment of the alleys as required per section 8.3 of the Chaves County Subdivision Ordinance number 51. Staff has confirmed that the applicants have complied with the state statute 47-6-7 and section 8.3 of the Chaves County Subdivision Ordinance number 51 in meeting the criteria and applying for the vacation of said alleys. The Roswell Chaves County Extraterritorial Planning and Zoning Commission recommended approval of the vacation request by a vote of 7-0 based on the findings of facts 1 through 5 stated in staff's report. Staff recommends approval.
Louis, real quick, does that cover 3 and 4, your statement?
Yes.
Okay. All right, thank you. All right, this is a public hearing, and we are talking about agenda item 3 and 4, case SD 2021-2 and case SD 2021-3. Both of these are vacating 20-foot alleyways in the Camino del Pinos subdivision. Anybody in the audience that wants to speak in favor of these 2 items? Anybody in the audience that wants to speak in favor? Please come to the microphone, state your name and address, and your opinion on this in favor of.
I'm Shirley McIntosh, 3710 North Aspen, and I would like to have it, the alley removed. They are long, narrow acreage, and I would like to have a building put out there, and I can't do that with that alley there. And they're so narrow, but they're long.
Okay.
And there's just 5 of us out there to begin with.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
I'm Peter Ames, 511 Twin Diamond. I purchased those 3 tracks between my mother-in-law, Miss McIntosh, and the Holloway's residence. So we want to turn those 3 2-acre tracks into 1 6-acre lot and eventually build a home on it. So we want to get rid of the alleys and eventually the road, but that's a separate process, so.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else in the audience that is in favor of agenda items 2 and 3? Anybody else in the audience that is in favor? Anybody online that's in favor of? Okay, anybody in the audience that is in opposition of these 2 items? Anybody in the audience that is in opposition? Anybody online that's in opposition? No. Once, going twice. All right, commissioners, questions, discussions on these 2?
Mr. Chairman, I move we approve the vacation of the 3 alleys referenced in cases SD 2021-2 and 2021-3.
Second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Zell and a second by Commissioner Bilberry to approve vacating these 3 alleyways in agenda items 3 and 4, case SD 2021-2 and case SD 2021-3. Any further questions or discussions on this?
Mr. Chairman, does that include the findings of fact?
I apologize. Do I need the motion of including findings of fact?
Mr. Zell just needs to tell us.
Yes, it does. I didn't realize there were findings and stipulations.
With the findings of fact and stipulations? Okay. So we had a motion for that, and that's the statement for these 2 agenda items with the findings of fact and stipulations. Any other questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed, same sign. Passes unanimously.
Chairman, Commissioners, agenda item number 5 is case SD 2021-4, a vacation of a 20-foot wide alleyway in Block 22 of Los Lomas subdivision. Jesse Trujillo wishes to vacate the 20-foot alley. It is approximately 600 feet long, located in Block 22, being between Avenue C and Avenue B and Alameda Street in Hendricks. Mr. Trujillo is the property owners of lots 1 through 20, and he wishes to, and he's the only contiguous property owner of the alley. Mr. Trujillo has stated he would like to fence the entire block area and continue raising his goats in the area. Las Lomas subdivision was platted and filed again in August of 1949. The Board of Chavez County Commissioners did not approve the subdivision nor accept the dedication of right-of-way stated in the plat. Therefore, the county is not the managing agent of the alleys or records. However, state statute 47-6-7 does require the Board of Chavez County Commissioners to approve any vacation of a final plat, whether partially or in whole, that is filed within the county clerk's office. Therefore, the board is the planning authority for the proposed vacation of the alley. Excel Energy, Brendo Co-op, Gas Company of New Mexico, and the Chavez County Road Department have agreed to the abandonment of the alley as required per section 8.3 of the Chavez County Subdivision Ordinance number 51. Staff has confirmed that Mr. Trujillo has complied with the state statute 47-6-7 and with section 8.3 of the Chavez County Subdivision Ordinance number 51 and meeting the criteria and applying for the vacation of this alley. The Roswell-Chavez County Extraterritorial Planning and Zoning Commission recommended approval of the vacation request by a vote of 7-0 based on findings of facts 1 through 4 in staff's report. Staff recommends approval.
All right, thank you, Liz. Okay, this is a public hearing on agenda item 5, case SD 2021-4, which is vacation of 20-foot wide alley in Block 22 of Los Lomas subdivision. Is there anybody in the audience that wants to speak in favor of this? Anybody in the audience that wants to speak in favor of this? Please come to the microphone and state your name and address for the record.
Good morning. I'm Jesse Trujillo. Address is 312 Avenue C. I am the landowner and requesting the vacation of the alleyway. I raise boar goats, and I'm looking to expand and be able to fence in that to have a continuous land. And that's the reasoning for the vacation of the alley, or the request.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else in the audience that's in favor of this? Anybody else in the audience that's in favor? Anybody online? No. All right, is there anybody in the audience that is opposed to vacating these alleys? Anybody in the audience that is opposed to this? Anybody opposed? Anybody online that's in opposition to this, Alfredo? Going once, going twice. All right, commissioners, any questions or discussion on this?
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Zell.
I move we approve the vacation of the 20-foot wide alley in Block 22 of Los Lomas subdivision, referenced in case SD 2021-4, subject to findings of fact 1 through 4, because goat ropers need love too.
Second.
A motion by Commissioner Zell and a second by Commissioner Bilberry to approve agenda item 5, case SD 2021-4, vacation of a 20-foot wide alleyway in Block 22 of Los Lomas subdivision, including the findings of fact and stipulations to that. Any further questions or discussions on this? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Passes unanimously.
Ms. Cindy, will his motion be verbatim what he, in the minutes, please? I request that.
Chairman, Commissioners, agenda item number 6 is case Z 2021-6. It's a special use permit for a wireless telecommunications facility to be located in Area 1 Zoned Agricultural Residential District. Mrs. Silva, along with Straight Shot Wireless, are wishing to place an 80-foot tall wireless telecommunications facility on the vacant parcel of land being located at 5310 West Pine Lodge. The facility would be located approximately 2.9 miles west of the intersection of Pine Lodge and Brown Road. The property and surrounding area are zoned A agricultural residential, with the neighbors to the north, south, and west being vacant and used for grazing land. The neighbor's property to the east does have a residential home. Straight Shot Wireless has stated that this would qualify as a small tower under the Federal Communications Act. The tower would be a single standalone structure with no guide wire anchors and would be used to transmit radio and wireless internet service. It is not designed, nor is it proposed for cell phone or microwave equipment. The proposed tower would be to provide internet service to the surrounding community within 3 to 5 miles. Other towers in the area are approximately 5.5 miles away to the east and northeast. The Planning and Zoning Commission recommends approval of the special use permit with 7 conditions stated in staff's report by a vote of 4-0 based on findings of facts 1 through 5 stated in staff's report. Staff recommends approval.
Thank you, Oz. All right, this is a public hearing. Anybody in the audience that is in favor of agenda item 6, case Z 2021-6, please come to the podium and state your name and address. Anybody who is in favor?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the Commission. My name is Nathan Babcock. I am at 1901 West Juniper here in Roswell, New Mexico. I am the president and owner of Straight Shot Wireless. We presently serve from this area now. What we're looking to do with this tower is expand our service area as well as our service offerings in the area to be able to encompass the area more completely.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else in the audience that's in favor? Anybody else in the audience that's in favor? Anybody online who's in favor? Fredo? No. Going once, going twice. All right. Anybody in the audience who is opposed to agenda item 6, case Z 2021-6? Anybody who's in opposition? Going once? Anybody out there? Going twice. All right. Commissioners, any questions or discussion on this?
Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Bilberry.
I recommend approval. Case Z 2021-6, special use permit for wireless telecommunications facility.
Second, Mr. Chairman.
We'll go ahead and add with the findings, fact, and...
Yeah, sorry. I'm trying to find that on my...
7 conditions and 5 findings.
I can't find them, but by now, no.
Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Bilberry and a second by Commissioner Dana to approve agenda item 6, case Z 2021-6, which is a special use permit for wireless telecommunication facility with the findings of fact and stipulations. Any further questions or discussion on this? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Passes unanimously. Thank you, guys.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, agenda item number 7 is for Agreement A-21049, which is a lease for 1600 Southeast Main, Suite D2, Office 1. That's the office that was previously occupied by the DWI screener. She's given that office up, and we would like to lease that to the Chaves County Health Council for the same amount, $200.
They the same suite with
Miss Mita.
Miss
Or
Miss Taylor.
Miss Taylor, yes.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I move approval of agreement A-21-049, being the lease for 1600 Southeast Main, Suite D2, Office Number 1.
Second.
A motion by Commissioner Zell, a second by Commissioner Bilberry to approve agenda item 7, which is agreement A-21-049. It's a lease for 1600 Southeast Main Suite D2, Office 1. Any further questions or discussion on this?
Mr. Chairman, I will
Commissioner Taylor.
abstain from voting since our office does work for the Chaves County Health Council.
Thank you for that, Commissioner Taylor. Seeing no further questions or discussion on it, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Passes unanimously 4-0 with Commissioner Taylor's abstaining from the vote.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. Agenda item number 8 is Resolution R-21-053, which is an approval for a budget adjustment. We are requesting a budget adjustment that are in the items in Exhibit A. These are for various items like a donation to purchase a foldable drone for the Sheriff's Office, facility repairs, transportation of prisoner expenses, and for the new Transportation Project Fund grant. Staff recommends approval.
Commissioners, any questions for Ms. Annabelle?
Will commissioners get to fly the drone?
That's a sheriff question.
Who's in charge of flying the drone? You'd have to get another one. Mr. Chairman, I recommend approval of Resolution R-21-053, approval of budget adjustment for year 2021, 2022.
Second.
Got a motion by Commissioner Bilberry and a second by Commissioner Zell to approve Agenda Item 8. It's Resolution R-21-053. This is the approval of budget adjustment for the year 2021, 2022. Any other questions or discussion on this? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Passes unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, agenda item number 9 is for the resolution R-21054, which is the holiday schedule for 2022. In accordance with Chaves County personnel policy, the commission establishes the holiday schedule for the following calendar year. The proposed 2022 holiday schedule is attached, and staff recommends approval with one slight change before Commissioner Ezell notices. Monday, January 3rd is what should actually be noted, and it is noted on the one that you're going to be signing. I missed it by a day. Thank you.
Commissioners, any other questions on this holiday schedule?
Mr. Chairman, I recommend approval of Resolution R-21-054, holiday schedule for 2022.
As amended, and I second.
As amended, yeah, as amended.
You second that, Commissioner Zell?
Yes.
Okay. A motion by Commissioner Bilberry, a second by Commissioner Zell to approve Agenda Item 9, Resolution R-21-054, which is a holiday schedule for 2022 as amended. Any further questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Passes unanimously.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, agenda item number 10 is a request for out-of-state travel. Chaves County Flood Control is requesting approval for out-of-state travel for their employee Luis Velos to attend a custom surveying workshop in Aurora, Colorado on December the 6th through the 8th, 2021. The training, SCS 900, is provided by SiteWorks Custom Training. Mr. Veloz will assume the surveying responsibilities for both the Caterpillar D6 dozer and the Caterpillar 823K scraper once he is certified. Total cost for training, travel, and lodging is approximately $2,700. Staff recommends approval.
Mr. Chairman, I move approval of the flood control's request for out-of-state travel.
Second.
A motion by Commissioner Zell and a second by Commissioner Bilberry for Agenda Item 10, which is a request for out-of-state travel for the Chaves County Flood Control. Any other questions or discussion on this? Commissioner Zell, you're kind of our flood guy here on the committee. This is pretty important, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Okay, thank you. Seeing no further questions or discussion, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed, same sign. Passes unanimously.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, agenda item number 11 is for a waiver of a right-of-way road cut fee for Berinda Water Cooperative. The Chaves County right-of-way use permit ordinance requires that fees be collected for road pavement excavations, and Berinda Water Co-op has requested a waiver of permit fees for a road excavation to repair a water distribution line that was crossing Wrangler Road near the intersection of Wrangler and Wagon Trail. The provision for this ordinance allows for the Board of Commissioners to waive those fees, and staff recommends approval. The fee was in the amount of $1,850.
Mr. Chairman, I recommend approval of the waiver of the right-of-way fee for Brindle Water District, Water Cooperative.
Second.
Got a motion by Commissioner Bilberry and a second by Commissioner Zell to approve Agenda Item 11. It's a waiver of right-of-way fees for Brindle Water Cooperative water line repair to the cost of, what did you say, Bill, $1,800?
$1,850.
$1,850. Any other questions or discussion on this? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Passes unanimously.
Thank you.
All right, approval of checks. Don't be shy,
Mr.
Commissioner
Chairman,
Dana.
I move the approval of checks in the amount of $1,878,880.13.
Second, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, we got a motion by Commissioner Taylor and a second by Commissioner Dana to approve the checks to the amount of $1,878,880.13. Any other questions or discussion? A lot of eights in there. Seeing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed, same sign. Passes unanimously. Approval of reports.
How are you making that happen?
I'm pushing that button right there.
I'm pushing it too.
Well, I don't know. You need a bigger hammer.
Fredo.
Mr. Chairman, I move we approve reports.
Second.
We have a motion by Commissioner Dana and a second by Commissioner Taylor to approve the reports. Any questions or discussion, changes? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Passes unanimously. Okay. All right, moving right along. We've got unscheduled communications limited to 3 minutes per visitor, not to exceed 15 minutes. No formal action be taken by the commission. Well, come on down. No, I'm talking to the mayor over here, okay? He's being polite. Come on, thank you. Please state your name and address for the record.
Larry Conley, 2815 Encanto Drive, Roswell, in the county of Chaves. First of all, I have two things. First of all, I wish all of you a happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And the second and most important thing, I normally do not say something negative about a commissioner, but I'm afraid I have to. Commissioner Zell made a very serious mistake when he talked about the MRO. He said, we've been working. This is what we've been working for. He forgot to add, and we want a lot more of them. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Anybody else? Rita, you're just like, okay, all right. Mike, you got anything to say? No, Miss Cindy? Thank you for doing a great job with the successful election. I know we've already said that during our canvassing and everything. Joe West, you got everything under control?
Good, thank you.
All right. Okay. Nobody else in the audience. All right. Bill Williams.
Mr. Chairman, first thing I'd like to do is I'd like to introduce to y'all Mr. Justin Porter. He's going to be taking over at Chaves County Detention Center on November the 29th. He's already devoting his own personal time coming to visit a little bit and see how our operations are and work towards improving some things there. And I just want to give him an opportunity to answer some questions, tell you what he's found with our facility. First thing, if that's all right.
No, that's great.
Good morning, Mr. Chair and Commission. Thanks for the opportunity to come serve the community. I appreciate it. I've already met some excellent employees all throughout and dealing with Bill and HR and some of the resources and the staff, obviously, that you have in the detention center. So I'm looking into some things. Standard practice when you come into facilities, kind of assess where things are at.
see what the staff is, and then make some recommendations to move forward, and then discuss some training that may improve or create efficiencies. Also, I'm trying to educate the staff on some of the new litigation issues that are traveling throughout the state and some of the concerns that are coming up with some facilities and how they're operating and some of the shortages that we're seeing in corrections detentions throughout the state as well. To give you a quick idea of who I am, I've been 14 years in Doña Ana County Detention Center, and from there I moved to Roosevelt County. I spent almost the last 5 years there, and then I'll be moving here. I currently serve as the chair of the detention affiliate, and I'm also the chair of the Adult Professional Standards Council. And I'm sure you're familiar with those through Mr. Clay whenever he served his time here. So I've kind of stepped into a lot of the same roles that he filled when he was here as well. So I hope to bring the experience and some of the information from that and share that with the staff, and then work with you guys as we grow throughout the facility and make some changes and hopefully see some positive impacts. And with that, I'll stand for any questions.
Commissioners, any questions?
Welcome.
Welcome aboard.
We have
Yes,
heard wonderful
welcome.
things. We have heard wonderful things about you, and we're looking forward to a long and happy relationship. Remember, we're very proud of our accreditation.
I understand completely, sir. And thank you for the opportunity again, and I look forward to spending some time getting to know you guys and then sharing some information with you as we go.
We really appreciate you coming to Chaves County and grabbing the reins out there. So we know you'll do a great job.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Justin. I want to thank Rod Adair. He did a great job for us, I believe. He gave us a lot of different options and a whole lot of information to digest, certainly, and I thank him for what he did for us. Also, this morning, would like to thank Georgiana Hunt and Mac Rogers. They are both at the Legislative Capital Outlay meeting that is going on at the same time as our meeting. Usually they do it in the afternoon. This year, we ended up having it at the same time. So they're over there thanking our legislators for the past assistance they've given us. They've helped us with so many different projects and continue to do so, and they're making our presentations for this year's projects, and hopefully they'll be able to assist us again, and we certainly appreciate them for all that they do. I want to thank Joe West and the road departments for enhancements to the Midway compactor site. We've added an additional compactor there. It's one of our troubled children as far as people throwing garbage on the ground and not utilizing the compactors appropriately. It was a great improvement to that area. It doubles the capacity of trash. Unfortunately, this morning or Monday morning about 8 o'clock, Joe West sent me a photograph. Someone threw a whole bunch of junk on the ground right beside it, even though there's compactors there to put it in. A lot of the junk was stuff that's not acceptable at our county sites, and so we're still going to be battling people that refuse to obey the rules. But I do want to thank the road department for the great job they did improving that site, and I know that they have plans to improve some other sites as time goes on. Want to also thank the Roswell Main Street for the gift that they gave us of the third floor courthouse window, and with the photograph of the courthouse in there and a little bit of information. I believe we'll hang that in the hall so that the whole community can see that and share in our pride in receiving that. Thank you for all you do for us. We appreciate you, commissioners. We appreciate all the staff and the great things they do. Thank you, Stan, for giving us the legal advice that we need seemingly constantly throughout the days. Of course, Annabelle does a wonderful job in finance, and her whole staff does. Thank you for the public for attending. We appreciate everyone. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thanks, Bill. Hey, quick question.
Yes.
On our dump sites, I mean, I see the hunters and people that have land out there that have cameras up to video wildlife that's doing different stuff. Can we not put any cameras out on these places to?
Yes, we've talked about actually increasing our security, and we can at least put game cameras up there. We believe that we can put probably some higher functioning cameras that are more in real time, so that we can actually download it immediately, and they can't be defeated as easily as some of those other cameras. We really need to step it up and start citing people, I believe, that are intentionally breaking the rules. And we've done a lot of things, and we'll continue to do a lot of things, like making the signage easier for people to understand, those kind of things, so.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Commissioner Taylor, any words of wisdom for us?
Well, first of all, I want to thank everybody that's worked on the redistricting. I think there's been a lot of work put into it. I do think it is in our best interest to delaying this 1 month so we can digest some additional information, and I think it'll help us to make that important decision. This is a decision that's only made once every 10 years. And I did have the opportunity to participate in the redistricting 10 years ago when I was on the commission, and 10 years prior to that when I was on the city council. So I've been through this several times. And the more information we get, the better decision we can make. And with that, I'd just like to wish everyone a very happy Thanksgiving. Don't eat too much, but enjoy the Thanksgiving.
Thank you, Commissioner Taylor. Commissioner Dana.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to thank Joe, thank you for the dump site. I'm sorry we're already having problems. Every time I've been there, it's been fine. And everybody, I sent you pictures, in fact, you know, if you wanted them for the Facebook page, you know, just to kind of tell people that it's out there. But I really appreciate that. And I know the people, it's kind of a gathering place, it seems like. When I go, there's people there, and they've been very happy with the new. You need to make it a little shorter for us short people to open the door. I need a step. But thank you. And thank you very much for everybody on the redistricting. We appreciate it. And hopefully we can get this going, because next year will be a very, very important election year. And we need to start getting in gear and rocking and rolling. So, yeah, it's time to get it over with, and so we can continue with this. And thank you so much to the staff. Appreciate everything, and happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Thank you, Commissioner D. Commissioner Zell.
Echo the previous comments about all the hard work that went in on redistricting. Want to thank all the department heads and everybody that does such a great job. I'd also like to publicly congratulate the Supreme Court of the state of New Mexico for realizing, for finally coming to the realization that they are an independent branch of government, and that we do have a constitution in our state, and I applaud them for having read it. That's all I have.
Thank you. Absolutely. Commissioner Bilberry.
I'll piggyback off of Commissioner Ezell on the Supreme Court. Just thank everyone for all their hard work and all that they do, and I wish everyone a great Thanksgiving, and remind everybody to really be thankful this time for the freedoms that we have and this great country that we live in. I think we've been in the past have taken those for granted, and I think we're all aware of what we have at stake, and thank you for your support, and I think this is the greatest county in the state and possibly in the United States. So, very good.
Thank you, Commissioner Bilberry, and I'll echo and piggyback and ditto all the things that the commissioners have said so far. One of the things, and we talk about court cases that I really appreciate in our federal court, that they've, at this point in time, for now, shut down the OSHA regulations that was going to force everybody into forcing their employees into being vaccinated. I'm not an anti-vaxxer, but I am somebody who believes in people's choice, and if they talk to their doctors and get that medical advice, and they need to be vaccinated or can get vaccinated, that's a decision that we, as citizens of this United States, should have that right and choice to make, and it shouldn't be something that prevents us from going to work. So I appreciate that part of our court system, because I know we were already kind of sitting there mulling how we were going to try and stand up to that as a county, because it was going to be a very costly thing, and it was going to be very time consuming to try and manage it if we were forced into that box. So, and to the state Supreme Court, thank you, as Commissioner Ezell said. Mayor Conley, I gave you a new title, Commissioner. Thank you for that statement on what we have looking at us in the future. I think we have a lot of great things, and I know Commissioner Ezell and all of us are looking forward to making a difference and making great things happen here in Chaves County, and look forward to working with the city of Roswell to make those things happen out at the Air Center. We still got a fight in front of us on this 30-30 stuff. I know everybody, I shouldn't say everybody, most people who are paying attention, they just saw that the Chaco Canyon situation up north has been expanded and put into a situation that there's more of that's coming. And we just really have to be vigilant and pay attention and stand up. I think the New Mexico counties are probably going to at some point take a stand on this, and I hope that we do as a unified organization. With that being said, we're gonna get upbeat here. Everybody's got Thanksgiving coming up, and I wish everybody just a blessed, safe travels. Thanksgiving is all about family, and we have such an amazing family here at Chaves County. And I appreciate all the hard work that everybody does, from all of our elected officials down to the folks that run our departments, and those that work so hard to take care of us and do what needs to be done for the citizens of Chaves County. So with that being said, I'm gonna before I end this, Rita had something to say about the trash, Jill. So I don't want to keep her from, because she has probably some words of wisdom on how to stop this.
Commissioner, Chairman, Commissioners, Rita Kane Dorhofer. I am treasurer of Keep Chaves County Beautiful. We don't only do trash. I talked to Joe, 8-9 months ago about cameras. We're going to journal some money over from what we have left. We're going to work with Alfredo, and we are going to buy at least, we don't have that much money, but one camera to see what we can do. And then in March, when our new grant is due, we are going to ask for more money to do more cameras, so we are not just trash. Thank you. Oh, have a nice Thanksgiving, and for all of our Jewish people here, have a happy Hanukkah.
Thank you, Miss Rita. And with that, Rita having the last word of today, God bless this county, God bless this state, and God bless America. Thank you all. Be safe. And we are going to adjourn and go sign documents. Thank you, Commissioners.